Hey, ambitious woman, we have a very special, exciting upcoming opportunity for you. Meet us in Phoenix, Arizona, April 21st to the 23rd for our 5th annual No Summit. If you're facing burnout and you need some time to relax, you want to take your business to the next level and really dig in and grow with like-minded women, this is the place you need to be. Find out all the details in the show notes or head over to summit.thenowomen.com. See you there.
Welcome to the High Achieving Female Podcast, powered by No, where we believe high achieving female leaders deserve to be known. Here, you're going to get the tips, tools, and inspiration you need to network, grow, scale, and balance your business, career, and life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my 7-minute episode. My name is Dr. Julie Hinman, nurse practitioner and owner of Soul Wellness. In this podcast, I want to talk a bit about functional medicine, what it is that we do, and why I believe everyone needs a functional medicine practitioner to advocate for them when it comes to their medical needs. So a little bit about functional medicine. Functional medicine is what we call, in basic terms, root cause medicine. In functional medicine, we are looking to get to the underlying cause or reason why a person is experiencing a health problem. So in the case of hypertension, we want to look at all the surrounding factors that would lead a person to have elevated blood pressure. Same thing goes for conditions like high cholesterol, cardiovascular disease, polycystic ovarian syndrome. There are a number of diagnoses, and in traditional medicine, we like to say we name the disease, we tame it with medications, and really it, in many ways, doesn't solve the underlying condition. In functional medicine, we take a different approach, and we're really looking downstream to see what it is that is causing the condition. This is important for you as a healthcare consumer or someone who's currently working in medicine to really be able to advocate for yourself and also for friends, for family who may be having questions about their health. Maybe they're worried about a condition that a family member has experienced. Some things as concerning as things like heart disease or cancer. In my own medical history, I like to say I didn't draw a great deck of cards. I actually drew a pretty terrible hand. And it's one of the things that actually motivated me to move from traditional medicine to a functional medicine and root cause approach was my own health. My older sister was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 38. I'm currently 41, and it really hurts my heart in many ways to know what she experienced at such a young age. I was diagnosed with my own autoimmune disorder in my early 20s, and my dad had cancer and multiple other family members had cancer. And so in my 20s as a young nurse, I was really looking for ways to solve my own health problems and also improve my health because I really didn't want to experience the types of conditions that they were experiencing. And that led me down the path of functional medicine. It's a wonderful specialty. And again, is gaining more attention and more traction in the medical community. So what are some conditions that we treat inside of a functional medicine practice? Well, it really is anything. So anything that you could possibly experience or that could go wrong with your health is something that we can see you for. For most of our patients, many of our patients are between the ages of, 25 to 60 is that kind of general age range, falling more between the 40 to 60 age range, but certainly sometimes younger than that. Many times these patients are dealing with unexplained symptoms, things like fatigue, weight gain, irritability, irregularity in their period, rashes, GI problems are a huge concern today. And lots of patients come to us looking for support with food sensitivity testing and gut gut microbiome testing. We do a lot of gut microbiome testing. We don't do much food sensitivity testing, and there's actually a reason for that. I really don't find that it's typically the food that's causing the problem, but more a problem of imbalance inside of the gut microbiome. And typically, when we address the gut microbiome imbalance, we can reverse a lot of the symptoms that are occurring and actually reverse some of the food sensitivities that truly weren't allergies, like many people come in thinking that they are. Another couple of areas that I think are important to touch on because they're common ones that patients are coming in where they're feeling like they maybe haven't been heard, or that they're having their follow-up appointments and they're seeing their providers regularly, but they feel like maybe they haven't been heard. And this is unfortunately extremely common where, particularly women seem to be dismissed at greater rates than men for their conditions. And there's a number of factors why that might be. But basically, you go to your doctor, you say, oh, I just don't feel well. I'm not sure what it is. I just feel off. They run some labs and they say everything looks good. And as a consumer, we think, oh, well, they must have checked everything, right? But in reality, it's really just a very basic lab panel. And more often than not, the lab markers that are being checked are normal. There are definitely some areas that I suggest looking further from a functional medicine perspective and expanding, doing like an expanded thyroid panel, sometimes a hormone panel, depending on what the symptoms are, sometimes gut microbiome testing. Sometimes it's not even about testing, but rather looking for clues inside of your nutrition and your lifestyle and your stress to really gain an idea of what could be happening for you at an individual and root cause level. This is extremely important when it comes to improving your health. And when we are working to improve our health, just really everything seems to be more vibrant. We can see our energy increase, our mood increase, our joy and fulfillment and relationships and sex and all of the other wonderful things in life improve by merely addressing our health as a whole system rather than as pieces of a system. And so again, to go back to that functional medicine approach, is that we're looking at you as a whole system versus just the individual parts. So really, really important. And what I want to leave with today, it's a brief episode. And so this episode is really just to introduce you to functional medicine and to how to take maybe some action towards improving your health or getting some answers to the questions you might have about your health or even your health history or your risk factors rather, and moving towards some positive changes in those ways. But 3 of the most common areas that I feel are overlooked by traditional medicine and by maybe a general practitioner and certainly by individuals. These are areas that sometimes when I'm feeling out of sorts, I have to just go back to the foundations. And those foundations are your nutrition, your lifestyle, which includes your sleep, your stress, your routines, and then your mindset, your mental health. And of course, there's overlapping between these categories, but really digging in to see what of these areas or these systems are out of alignment so you can start working to address those. It's incredible what just improving your sleep will do, or working on relationships will do for your overall general health and wellness. So don't take those things for granted. They have huge impacts on our health overall. I appreciate being here on No Women podcast to share a little bit about my specialty and my background. And I wish you excellent health in the future. And certainly a functional medicine approach is a great way to get there. Thanks and have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the High Achieving Female Podcast powered by No, where we believe it's time for high-achieving women like you to be seen, heard, and recognized. Until next time, remember, you deserve to be known.